You can lose everything, your job, your car, your money. But if you have this, you can rebuild it all from zero. The problem is, almost nitrogen monoxide, one is cultivating this asset. Not because it's expensive, but because it's invisible. And that's exactly why most people spend their entire lives ignoring what actually brings transformation. If you're tired of working, paying bills, and repeating it all again, then this video is for you. Here, we don't teach shortcuts, we show you the foundation. The foundation Robert Kiyosaki revealed in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and that can change your life. If this kind of content speaks to you, hit the like button and subscribe. Because freedom starts in the mind, and this is where you start training yours. When Robert Kiyosaki wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he broke a belief most of us grew up with. That true security comes from a good salary, a stable job, and a degree. But he said the opposite. The greatest asset you can have is your mind. If well trained, it can create a fortune. But here's the thing. This asset doesn't show up in your bank account. IT doesn't shine like a new car. It doesn't impress anyone on Instagram. That's why almost nitrogen monoxide one pays attention to IT. Yet it's the one that makes everything happen. Think about IT. How many people do you know who earn well, but live paycheck to paycheck without savings or a plan? And others who earn little, but are always growing, investing, getting organized? The difference isn't in the paycheck. It's in what people know about money and what they do with that knowledge. The mind is the first investment. It's what separates consumers from investors, wage slaves from asset creators. But for most people, this is still invisible because we were trained to work, not to think about money. And while that happens, time passes, bills pile up, and freedom never arrives. Now that you understand the true value of the greatest asset, the next question. Yes, why did nitrogen monoxide 1 teach us this? Because the system never wanted you to know. The truth is harsh, but needs to be said. Schools made to produce good employees, not free people. From an early age, you're taught to obey, memorize, get good grades, but not to deal with money, make financial decisions, or think like an owner. Robert Kiyosaki had 2 fathers. One was highly educated, degree, stability, government job. The other was an entrepreneur, investor, and thought differently. Guess which one talked more about money? The poor dad side, study hard and get a good job. The rich dad side, learn how to make money work for you. And that's where everything changes. While some train their mind to obey, others train to own. While some collect degrees, others collect assets. While some trade time for money, others build systems that work even while they sleep. The educational system teaches you to seek security. But security is an illusion. Jobs can end. Salaries can be late. And when that happens, those who depend only on the system break. And worse, many financially smart people were labeled as mediocre, uninterested, in school just because they thought outside the box. They thought like owners, like investors. Now tell me, if you had learned this at age 10, how many years of stress, debt, and pressure would you have avoided? But relax, it's never too late to reprogram your mind. And that's what we're going to see next. How ordinary people change their lives when they start thinking differently. The answer is simple. They change their mindset before they change their bank account. Look at this example. 2 friends, same neighborhood, same age. One earns $8,000 a month. The other, $3,000. But the $8,000 guy is always broke, stressed, in debt. The other, with just $3,000, has savings, invests monthly, sleeps peacefully. What's the difference between them? Mindset. The first earns a lot, but spends even more. The second learned to think like an investor, not a consumer. And Robert Kiyosaki makes this clear. It is not how much you make, it's how much you keep and multiply. The secret isn't the salary value, it's how you see and decide with IT. While most spend first and hope to save later, the rich mindset invests first and spends on what truly matters. Here comes the mindset shift. Wealth isn't about having money now, it's about building a system where money doesn't depend only on your effort. That's what Rich Dad teaches. Think like an owner, learn to multiply, and never depend on just one source. Most people are waiting to earn more to start, but the game changers start with what they have and build one habit at a time. And if you think you need a lot to begin, the next chapter will show you how to cultivate this asset, even with zero in your wallet. When Kiyosaki says the greatest asset you can have is your financial mindset, many think, but I don't have money to invest right now. And that's where most people self-sabotage because they didn't understand how this asset is built. You don't need money, you need focus, discipline, and good choices. Think with me. If you cut $5 a day on nonsense expensive coffee, random snacks, lazy delivery in a month, that's over $150. In a year, almost $2,000. And that's just micro decisions. Now imagine channeling that into books, courses, YouTube channels, the right contacts, experiences that give you vision. Do you see? You're already paying the price for ignorance. The difference now is you can choose to pay the price for growth. Cultivating this asset starts with 3 simple actions. Change what you consume. If you only watch empty entertainment, your mind will be shallow. Feed it with content that challenges, teaches, and stimulates you. Surround yourself with better mindsets. The 5 people you spend most time with determine your average. If they all spend more than they earn, guess your future? Be the first to change. You don't need anyone's approval. Just a strong enough reason not to quit. Whoever cultivates this asset, the right mindset, can start with $0 and still leave where they were born to reach where most never dreamed.